Chacha Obi Biara Edeba a Daily Trends TV so ensem IDTA or my Ghana eno ena yakeka abomu na yede bre ye T4 yensem no na yense wadaje no yenko na nkuti ensem no enchemu
na wonu se enkrofo bi ti se Boko Haram fo anase ISIS fo no ebia bawura oman mu na omatimi ahinta wura mu abeduru Ashanti region etime ti se omone nam Asante achem empotemu Boko Haram fo na omotete moto so na the way omosia ye omo ne akodi ekura wo mo national security for omonya alert na so omo mani na ho na omon cheke Asante achem elia anase omo mani nko borders so me dem hu yere se omo fa aflam place wo omo bawura Ghana ti se national security omo mani na ho na omo anya alert ya Boko Haram fo na omo di ewu oh Nigeria any other countries mo ba Ghana ha ti esese ye bompa ye mo oman no ya hwe ya niema be koso oban no emfa asem papa mre ye.
I can describe it as communication force power. No, it is something that is inherent in him, and he poured out his heart to the public. Unfortunately, the setting that he chose to pour out his heart was a wrong setting. Like what some George used to say, you kill a man in his own house. He could have chosen a different, you could have chosen a different place to pour out his heart. But indeed, what was contained in his heart doesn't endure to the benefit of the NDC.
But he had to go and tell him in his own house. That's where he had to go and explain if there's any explanation to be made.
Yes, and so that is miscalculation. That is crass wickedness. Okay, it shows the kind of disdain that he has for the Education Minister Honorable Haram and then the Member of Parliament for Aswa. Aswazi Honorable Mutaka.
Or rather, the level of respect he has for the Honorable Haram Idrisu, his elders and his chiefs, by explaining to them that listen, some time back we removed, I removed your son from a high position, and these are the reasons. I have to tell you, I'm being honest with you.
No. If he had any modicum of respect, he should have chosen to go to the chiefs, to have gone to their palaces to go and explain to them that this was the reason we took that decision. And indeed, what he said, it brings to fore the real reason why they took that decision. Is he saying that Haram Idrisu and his leadership then were in bed with the MPP?
He didn't mention
that
it.
They had some amorous relationship. No, but got
it. Hold on with the amorous part. The amorous part is a bit dangerous. Just say some relationship. Don't add amorous. But he didn't say that.
Just control your interpretation of what I say.
Okay.
Don't take it too far.
All right. Okay.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that how could a national chairman come out to say that if they had not changed the leadership, the party would not have won that election?
He said it would have been difficult. He said it would have been difficult for them to win. He didn't say they won't win, but he said it would have been difficult
for them to win. So what were they doing? What were they doing? That was inimical to the success of the party in 2024 elections. I'm sure. See, this thing has happened a few years ago, about 4 years ago. He should have just let the sleeping dogs to lie. But he was there. He is campaigning. I like what Haram Idrisu said, a curtain raiser. He's actually touting the kind of leadership that he has, to the extent that he publicly declares that his decision was even opposed by then flag bearer of the MP of the NDC, Honorable John Dramani Mahama, former president. Why should that one even come public? Esedu Ketia is trying to let the people know that he is a bold leader. If he is the chairman, he takes this decision. Nobody can change it. Now he's trying to contest for a flag bearer position. Should he win, and then there is a new national chairman of the party, and the national chairman also stands his ground that this decision that I have taken, okay, you cannot change it. It is cast in iron. How how would he feel as the flag bearer of the party? You see, it paints a picture, it highlights the challenges and the worries of the executive secretary to the president. You remember a few weeks ago, not a month ago, Dr. Mahama wrote a certain piece, an open letter, warning all party officials and all party people that they should focus on delivering the mandate of the president, and that their chance of winning 2028 is dependent on the successes struck by the certain President John Dramani Mahama. But they are not bothered. They are not bothered. How on earth can the party allow the national chairman of the party to embark on a so-called thank you tour 16 months after the election? 16 months. And something happened. He was built to go to the Boko enclave. So about 2 weeks ago, he had to forfeit that one because he said he couldn't go because of security reasons. What is the implication of that on the government? It means in Ghana, that we are here in Ghana, a national chairman of a ruling government doesn't even feel it's safe and conducive to go to a part of the country. Does not indict the government. You earlier said that a Sidin Ketia is not a government official. A Sidin Ketia is a GPHA board chairman. It's a government official. It's rather unfortunate. They are painting a picture of a president who has quickly become a lame duck. It doesn't paint a good picture about who President Mahama is. I used to have some conversation with Uncle Benepson of Daily Dispatch. He said about look, in the second term of every president, most often than not, they become reckless. They become reckless and then they are unconcerned even about the future or the fortunes of their own party. And I said, no, President Mahama has been in government before 4 years. He went home terribly. He lost election. His second coming, for me, is going to be a redemption time for him. And so I don't foresee how the president was going to be that quickly turn into a lame duck. Unfortunately, 16 months into his own administration, he has become lame duck to the extent that he cannot voice out, he cannot rein them in. That his executive secretary has to write open letter cautioning people and virtually pampering them that please let us stay focused. What kind of government is this? Sidin Ketia has not done them any good. The earlier he stopped whatever he's doing, the better for the party. But you see, posterity works in a certain way, and that's how life is. You remember, and the list is going to be very tall. We now have about 7 people, even though our other brother Musa has been focusing about 4 or 5 people, but about 7 people who are lacing their boots. I remember 2017 when the Sidin Ketia called them people are confused on 17 thieves.
2007.
We are now looking at 2007. Thank you very much, Sanda. And so I think the problem, we must situate it as where it is. The problem is Johnson and Sidin Ketia and nobody else. He is the national chairman. Are you
saying he's a problem because you are worried that he would emerge victorious as flag bearer and challenge your candidate in the next election? So you don't want him. You want the party to destroy him?
No. In fact, that would be a mismatch. A match between Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and then the Sidin Ketia as flag bearer of NDC is going to be a mismatch.
How? In favor of who?
In favor of Dr. Bawumia, of course. In fact, if we are to be boxing, WHO and WBO, they will not even sanction that. They will not sanction that point
because of the featherweight versus the heavyweight.
Yes, but Dr. Bawumia is heavyweight, and then Sidin Ketia is featherweight.
No problem. But how about politics, intellectual weight, experience, and all of those things?
Well, you see, experience is measured by so many variables. It could be by number of years that you have been there, but you can say that somebody will be there for a number of years, but 15 years still do not have any high quality. So, but I think any day, any time, and then we put Dr. Bawumia against Chairman Joseph Sidin Ketia, Dr. Bawumia is going to come out victorious.
Is it too early? You have just come out of an election that you've had to lose one of your key leaders, Alan Chemantin. Do you think that the NDC may go down that path, or because it's a Congress, they would coalesce around one candidate, and this will not be a problem for them at all?
Well, Sandra, the election that we just ended, Alan Chamati wasn't part of that election. Alan's issue was around 2023, so it's long past and gone, and we've overcome that his era. And honestly, I wouldn't wish that one on any political party. I've been doing so far as you're a member of a political party, it's an association. There will certainly be some frictions, but we need to fix it, right? You need to fix it, and then you don't have to have that attitude that if it is not my way, it is nobody's way. If it is not my way, then the highway. Because if you look at why and how Honorable Alan Chamati left the party, I disagree with him. A lot of people disagree with him, but it was his choice. He made his choice. He's been in politics for about 4 decades. So every political decision has some consequences. But I will not ever waste a thing like that on any political.
You are hoping to be National Communications Director of your party. If you are now saying that Mosquito's behavior is unparty-like, how can they deal with him? Because he's the chairman of the party. Clearly, he knows things that they don't know, and he's a leader. So he believes that he has to do a thank you tour to thank the people. If you think that that's wrong, how can the party, who in the party can call him to order?
No, apart from the party structure, which they may find difficult to deal with him, it is the onerous responsibility of President John Dramani Mahama to call him in, to rein him in.
But what can he do? He can remove him as Gapoa chair, and that's it. He can't work.
No, besides that, he can sit him down. Let me tell you what happened. Somewhere, was it 2006?
John Kufuor could not sit Haruna Iseku down, or don't forget.
Haruna Iseku was not contesting.
What I'm saying is that when John Kufuor's government thought Haruna Iseku was becoming a renegade or a rogue, what could they do? Nothing.
No, Haruna Iseku was an elected national chairman of our party then.
Yes.
So, and then through a certain interview, he uttered some words which we found it, not friendly.
Yes.
So there was nothing that the president would have done to an elected national chairman of the party.
So that's what I'm saying, that there's nothing. There's nothing President Mahama can also do to an elected national chairman of the NDC. What can he do?
So let me cite 2 examples for you.
Okay.
In 2007. When President Kufuor was in government, he gave a direct edit that people should not pick too early. You remember that phrase? That don't pick too early. And then gave them a warning that if you wanted to contest, resign from his government. And they resigned.
And 17 emerged. 17, including his own former secretary, Governor Japon.
Yes, it doesn't matter. I mean, if even 40 resigned and contested, I don't say anything wrong.
Okay.
In 2023, President Kufuor did the same and told his people to resign, and Alan Chamati was the first to resign. So President Mahama called them to order. If he fails, his party, his government crumbles, and it's going to crumble on his head because of his lack of bold words to be uttered from him. If he doesn't do that, well, somebody will say they fear the mirror. I don't wish the party or the government to fear. I don't wish the government to fear, but there are certain things that the president has to stamp his authority, assert his authority, and tell them that you cannot do this. Look, per what Dr. Kalisos Mahama did, it painted a picture of a certain president who was coward and couldn't really tell people in the face that what you are doing is inimical to the fortunes of the party.
And the Attorney General filing 20 counts of charges edited Accra High Court. Also, there's some placing additional 30 million Ghana cedis as part of the bail condition also meeting Accra High Court. In total, that be 80 million for Haram and the Yerenwa. Over meeting all these conditions, Attorney General say charges are Mianka Same filing and I drop in because I don't have enough evidence. Or drop charges in not through Iyoku, Yasai area arrest woman. I'll file another charges and get 10 of those new charges. All charges no Attorney General drop here. Then also, Yasai the additional bail condition of 50 million Ghana cedis and their 2 also. You will Hanan Nirenqua 130 million Ghana cedis and in total a year bail. Some one get that to millions. And you can go on and on and on. Yewra Bwana Sadibedi Akon 5 million Ghana cedis. Adenta Kumi 3 million Ghana cedis. Yewra Osesi Beni gift your warrant. A total of 120 million Ghana cedis. Bail Nkwa. Yewra Maxwell Kofi Juma almost 80 million Ghana cedis. And so Teya de ba 40 million Ghana cedis. Chairman Kwamba for Bronye in all the 3 arrests. Bail condition kwa totaling 15 million Ghana cedis. Chairman won to me. Okodi iyo kwasu ye na ye be yino ye nyino. Ono so free ho ba 60 million Ghana cedis all in bay. Baba Amando, David Asando, Achemkwana na Professor Amiyawa Konfi, the Sky Train case. And I make say you can go on and on and on. Asia TikTok lady ya ono so ye chini. So I can't say be tell my people 1 million Ghana cedis and in big condition. And Sophia Koko and the Supreme Court say, Sadia Nekoso. Supreme Court to hear Ghana about not undeclared the unconstitutional the practice whereby security agencies which exercise police powers impose outrageous bail conditions without the involvement of the court in Ghana. And I will tell you, was the bail conditions imposed by IOCO, BNI, National Security, CID, etc. have largely been determined on a case-by-case basis and have become increasingly strict in the recent high-profile financial crime cases, mostly involving officials who served in the erstwhile Akufo-Addo administration. To secure release, suspects generally must provide substantial financial bonds, often ranging from 10 million Ghana cedis to 150 million cedis, and secure reputable public servant or business executives as sureties. Suspects have largely been unable to meet these conditions, and their lawyers have had to file motions upon motions in the High Court to vary the bail conditions imposed by the arresting institution. These bail conditions imposed by security agencies exercising police powers have been criticized as unconstitutional and a breach of the fundamental human right of suspects, with cause to challenge the phenomenon in court. The writ of summons found on the 22nd of May 2026 was signed by Bobby Bansi, lawyer for the plaintiff, Sophia Koko, and the Attorney General is named as a defendant, including all security agencies. In all, the plaintiff is seeking 10 reliefs from the Supreme Court. Inti young go through all the 10 reliefs. Bako. Now they need to say chilmuba. Young fan chilmuba. Until first relief, the plaintiff is seeking a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation of Article 14 clause 1 subsection